Hello out there. Hello out there in YouTube land. How are you? Where are you? Hello, hello. Come visit. Cat hair. Yep. Cat hair. Another cat hair. I don't know. The cats like my sweater. Hi, Sherry. Hello, Sherry. How are you today? Hello, Kathy. How you guys all doing? Michelle's here. Hello, Michelle. Michelle, I've been meaning to tell you. I think Brenda thinks that she timed you out or something in a live accidentally, and she didn't mean to. I don't know. Um, anyhow, if that happened, she said, if you ever see Michelle, let her know. I apologize. I'm sorry. You didn't get a notification. Okay, so you guys, I'm going to have to start talking about this. I think I don't know how to do this. Okay, I've been hearing from other YouTube creators. Hello, Shannon. That people aren't seeing their videos. And I've had a comment or two just recently about, I just got one yesterday. It was like, hi, Mindy, I'm glad to see you put out a video. I haven't seen you in a long time. I thought maybe you quit. And I was like, oh dear, no, I haven't quit. Somebody else was talking about how, they've got a bunch of followers and nobody's seeing their videos. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's a YouTube wide situation or what's happening. I don't know. Check your settings and all that stuff. Maybe you need to, if you're subscribed, maybe you need to, I've heard people say unsubscribe and resubscribe. I don't even know. I don't know what to say. Something weird's happening. Hello, there's Brenda. Hi, Brenda. How are you? So, I don't know. It's just the way it is, I guess. I don't know. Anyhow, and then see, another weird thing, I've set at 8,030 subscribers for, I don't even know how long. It'll go 8,031, 8,032, 8,029. It just keeps going up and down around that 30 mark. And then yesterday it jumped up to 8,040, jumped 10. And I'm like, what is going on? YouTube is so weird and it's so hard, you guys. It's really hard to be seen out there and to grow. And it's just, I don't know. Do your best. Like I said, maybe unsubscribe and resubscribe, add all the notifications again. I don't know. It's just, it's odd. That's all I got. It's odd. So it's just me today. I found out midweek that Angie went up north to some place she called the farm. I don't know. It's a friend's place or something, relatives. I don't know. She took herself a little vacation and she's way up north someplace and she had no reception. So, and she told me she was going. So one day she said, no, I just came into town where I have reception to check on messages and whatnot and saw that you've been messaging. And I was like, yeah. She goes, I thought I told you I was going to be gone. I was like, nope, I don't think so. Anyhow, she's still gone. So that's what happened to Angie. All right. So I just decided, Christmas in July is over. We're done doing Christmassy things. And I'm going to get back to this sweater. Okay. I'm going to get back to this sweater because I want to finish it. So let me show you what I have here. I have my two panels. All right. Here's one panel. Make sure they're the same size, same number of rounds. And here's my other panel. All right. Now, when I lay these out, like in sweater form. And here's what I did. I laid them out like this. Okay. I got them just clipped at the top here. Hang on, let me move the table just a little bit so I can do this. It's a nice thing about having this table. I can move it. All right. Yes, right, Brenda? I know. So clearly, this sweater right here is way too small for me. That's way too small. So I took it and I laid it out on the other hexie cardigan I made. And I laid it out on top of the other one. And it was about this far apart because I added extra rounds, you know. I added extra rounds on the side. And I added extra rounds around the bottom to make it longer. So I've had this thought in my head since I made the first one. Okay. I sounded pained when I asked how you were. What? I don't know what that means, Brenda. So I've decided I wanted to do, instead of just more rounds in the back, I wanted to put a square in the back, or squares. And I think I can get 3 6x6 squares in the back and then make something pretty down the back. So I've looked and looked and looked for some different squares, just some granny squares, some, you know, whatever kind of squares we want to call them, that I'm going to put in the back here. And I know that 6 inches is going to be just fine width-wise. Okay. Yeah. It's probably going to be, they're probably going to be a little longer down at the bottom, but that's fine because I still plan on adding some rounds around the bottom to make it a bit longer. Now, I don't want this one to be as long as my other one is, but I certainly don't want it to be as cropped as this is. All right. So that's where we're at with this situation. That's where we're at. So let me put these back. I'm planning on doing 3 6x6 squares. All right. Got it? 3 6x6 squares. Now, in all my hunting around, I found a square that I really, really liked. And I don't have a certain designer, or it's just called, because it's all over the place. It's a very popular square. It is called the willow square, like the tree, willow. Okay. Willow. And I'll show you a picture of it. I found one that describes it as less holy. So the willow square. Oh, nice, Shannon. Nice. What did you have to add rounds, you know, in the middle and the bottom? What did you have to do? Let us know. This one says it is less holy. Okay, which I like that idea, that it's because the willow square is fairly open. But now that I'm looking at this one, hang on just a second. Let me go back and look at my, don't I have another one pinned? I thought I did. Or did I only pin this one? Hang on. Crochet willow square. It helps if you type things correctly. It really helps. Yep, you added some to the back. Yeah. How much did you add to the back? I mean, because the thing is, if you keep going and going with this to make it wider and longer, your sleeves get huge. And you don't want huge sleeves, right? I might just go with this one. Here's the willow square. Okay, that's what it looks like. I might use this pattern. The other one looked a little, I don't know. Let's see if we got a good pattern here. How to crochet the willow square. It's not too holy. I don't think it's too holy. The other one just had less chains or something in the corners. All right. Easy to make square. This has a video tutorial. I mean, there's all kinds of them. I kept finding the willow square. It kept coming up and coming up and coming up and coming up. All right, so we're going to just make us a willow square. All right, we're making us a willow square today, and I'm just going to tell you how I'm doing it. Just telling you how I'm doing it, okay? So, let's go with it. Round one. Hang on. Close. Ding, ding. I don't want you. Round one. Oh, start with a magic ring or I'm going to do the chain 4. Okay. So we're going to chain 4. Okay. Now I'm going to try to turn you a little bit more this way. There, like that. Okay. We're going to start with the chain 4. And slip stitch to make a ring. Now I'm just using the same hook and everything I did. You know, this is the hook I've been using all along for my hexies. Okay, we got us a ring. All right, now chain 3. That's our first double crochet, and then work 15 more double crochets. 6 rows. Yep. So I'm going to, when I do my sleeves, I actually want my sleeves to, the last one I did, I decreased my sleeves so they got more narrow at the cuff. But this one, I want to increase them so they like bell out more. I want this one to be more bell sleeved, you know? So we'll see how it goes. All right, so we need a total of 16 double crochets in this ring. All right. I can talk and count to about 5. And then I might need to, you know, stop talking and just count while I get these in there. We'll see how it goes. Okay. Let's see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could always just count out loud because that's, you know, entertaining, listening to me count. Oh, it won't take me long, I promise. Okay. Well, I'm only halfway. There's 8. We got a little ways to go yet. I'm wondering if I'm going to run out of yarn. It's a possibility. There's 11. There's 12. Now I have to count. 13. 14. Come on. 15. And 16. And since I was talking, I'm going to just count just to make sure. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. See, I only got 15. It's a good thing I counted. This makes 16. Okay, now we got 16. Should I double check? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. No, I got 17. I had 16 the first time. Okay. All right. Now, what do? We join with a slip stitch into the top of the chain 3. So join us together here. Join us together. Okay. There. We got a nice little circle of 16 double crochets. All right. Now, round 2, chain 4. That counts as a double crochet and a chain 1. Oh, and turn your words. Okay. Double crochet into the next double crochet. All right. Not that one that our chain's coming out of, but the next one. Double crochet in the next, chain 1. Repeat. Double crochet in the next, chain 1. Double crochet in the next, chain 1. Okay. Well, that's easy enough. Double crochet, chain 1. Double crochet, chain 1. I can do that all day long. How about you? I don't even have to count for that one. I can talk. I was rushing today. Dale likes to do these things on Friday mornings. And then I'm rushed and I'm behind. So, yeah. Anyhow, I made it. I made it back in time. Got set up in time. Had to stop before we got home. You know, the gas station's a mile from our house. I couldn't make it all the way home. I had to go to the bathroom. I'm like, I gotta go. You're gonna have to pull into the gas station. Just pull into the gas station. That's a good old fountain drink for you. That's what that's all about. We went to Firehouse Subs for lunch. Anybody have Firehouse Subs? We did not have Firehouse around here until, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 years ago. I can't tell you how long for sure. But I know that we went to, God, it's probably been longer than that. We went to Myrtle Beach. Let me make sure I have 16. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now I got 15. I really need one more now. Okay, I guess that's a stitch right there. I need to put one in. Okay. And then when you get all the way back around, slip stitch into the top. Well, not into the top. Slip stitch into the 3rd chain. Okay, I'm there. Now we got a little thing that looks like that. So, yeah, they're good. They are good. So we eat Subway a lot. You know, Subway's right up at the corner. We go to Subway a lot. And there's nothing wrong with a Subway sub. But Firehouse, they're warm. They warm them. Your cheese is melty. I don't know. They're just different. They're really good. But we were in Myrtle Beach when we found the first Firehouse subs when we went on vacation many years ago now. Gosh, how long ago was it now? I don't even know. But that was the first time I'd ever even heard of Firehouse subs. And now we have a couple of them around here. There's 2 that I know of. And they're not like close to my house. It's like one is in downtown Lansing. And then there's one over on the west side, which is where we normally go shopping. It's on the west side of Lansing. But that's where we went. Had Firehouse. And I get the hook and ladder. I think it is ham and turkey on the hook and ladder. And you can get a small, a medium, or a large. And so I got a small. And a small is really just like a little 4-inch little guy. Dale got the medium, and he's like, whoa, I wanted medium. That's a lot. So a medium is more like a Subway 6-inch at least, maybe a little bit more. I can only imagine what the large is like, right? Anyhow, what? What are you looking at?
A shoe.
I have one shoe on and one shoe off.
With one sock on.
I have a sock on this foot.
Why?
Well, because it's a compression sock.
Oh, I see.
Because this leg has been swelling up. And I don't know why, just that one.
Diabetic.
No.
Too much Diet Pepsi.
No, I don't think so. Nice try, though.
How long are you going to be?
About an hour and a half. Well, about an hour now. Yeah, the hook and ladder is really good. I like those. They're good. They're yummy. All right. Let's move on to our next round. Round 3. We chain 3. That's our first double crochet. We turn our work. Okay. And then do 2 double crochets into the next space. So basically, that's making 3 double crochets in that space. All right. Now what? And then 1 double crochet into the next double crochet. Okay, so we put a double in the double. And then we do 2 doubles in the chain 1 space and 1 double. Okay. Just 2 doubles in the space and 1 in the stitch. All right. Okay. 2 doubles in the space and 1 in the next stitch. We're just making this solid now. That's what we're doing. We had spaces and now we're making it solid again. All right. Yeah, so we did that. I had Jackson for an hour, literally an hour. Shannon dropped him off, and then I had to drop him off. She dropped him off at 11. I had to drop him off at 12. Anyhow, Devin had to go back to work. She's doing PD. You know, she's a parapro at his school. And she was a parapro there before they had him. And she's in PD today. And apparently Shannon didn't have to go to work until like 11:30 today. She's got this weird schedule. I don't even know that I could keep up with it. It's very strange. Anyhow, so we had him for an hour. She dropped him off. He watched a little bit of Puss in Boots, and I put together a video, which should be ready any time now, hopefully. It was uploading. When I got home, I set it to upload. Hang on, I wonder if I can do this real quick. I'm going to minimize you guys real quick. Hang on, I don't have to do that. One moment. Let's see if this is ready. Are you ready? No, it's not ready. Okay, we'll come back to that in a minute. We'll come back to that in a minute. Hello, Sean, who's painting sparkly stuff. Are you not crocheting, Sean? You're painting sparkly stuff? What are you doing today? I don't know. Hey, Sean, am I going to see you tomorrow? I might be able to see you tomorrow. I always forget where I'm going, but this little meetup thing that we do, I always want to say it's Owasso, but it's not. And then I always want to say it's like Shiawassee, but it's not that. And it's not Corunna. And I don't know, I can't even remember the name of the place. Some other little town. I always forget it. I don't know why I can't remember. It's not Chelsea. No, see, it's not. Chelsea's close, though. I can't remember it. Anyhow. Yeah. So we dropped him off. And then Dale wanted to get lunch, which I'm all for lunch. But then he wanted to get his truck washed. And needed to go to the credit union because he did some scrapping the other day. So he had a little bit of a check from the scrap place. Not a big check, let me tell you. It wasn't a lot of scrap, just a little bit of scrapping. So I'm thinking, okay, we've got 2 hours. You know, after we drop Jackson off at 12, we got 2 hours to get lunch and get a car wash. You'd think that would be plenty of time. Plenty of time. But car wash is in like downtown Lansing. We're on the west side of Lansing. And it's all torn up. Okay, so that first chain we did is like doing a double in the double, so I don't have to do a double in the last double here. Did that make sense to everybody? We slip stitch into the top of our chain 3. Okay, now it tells us how many stitches we should have. It says we should have 48 double crochets. Am I counting them? No, I'm not. You know that might get me in trouble. It's got me in trouble in the past, but we're going for it because I don't think I messed that up. That seems pretty straightforward. All right, we're on round 4 already. Ding, ding. Chain 1. Turn our work. We're doing we turn every round here, apparently. Now we chain 5. We just chained 1. Now we're going to chain 5. Okay, we'll do what it says. Skip 2 stitches. So don't count the one that the chain came out of. Skip 2 and do a single crochet. Oh, there's that loopy corner that we get. Yeah. Thank you, Sean. You know, you're not going to be there. You got to work. Oh, man, got to work. I know it starts with an S. That's why I always want to call it um, um, Shiawassee. That's not even a city, is it? That's not a city. I always want to go and I cannot remember Stockbridge. I don't know. I want to put. I know it's got S's. I just can't do it. Anyhow, okay. We've chain 5, skip 2, and single crocheted. Now we chain 3, skip 2 stitches, and do a single crochet. All right. Wow. Wow. Now we're going to chain 4. Well, why are they all different chains? Skip 2 and single crochet. Okay. Now chain 3, skip 2 and single crochet. All right. Okay. So we got a big one, a smaller one, a medium one, and a smaller one. Our little holes, our little loops. All right. Oh, now we got to do that 3 more times. Okay, so now we're going to make the big corner, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 2 stitches and do a single. Now do we do 3? 1, 2, 3. Skip 2, do a single. Now we chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip 2, do a single. Then chain 1, 2, 3. Skip 2 and do a single. All right. So we got big, small, no, large, small, medium, small, large. Does that make sense? All right. So I think we're on our chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 2, do a single. Now we do a small gap. 1, 2, 3. Skip 2, do a single. Now we do our medium. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip 2, do a single. Now we do our small one. 1, 2, 3. Skip 2 and do a single. All right, we got to do that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 2, do a single. 1, 2, 3. Skip 2, do a single. 1, 2, 3. Do 4 now. 4. Skip 2, do a single. And then 1, 2, 3. And join into the starting chain. I think we start at the bottom. We slip stitch into the bottom. I don't think we slip stitch, there. All right. So we got a bunch of loop-de-loos now. A loop-de-loop-de-loos now. Okay. Your circle will now begin forming into a square. Beautiful. Slip stitch twice to reach the center of the chain 5. Okay, so we got to slip stitch up this puppy. Hang on, there's one. I want to slip stitch up into that one. So I slip stitch into one chain, slip stitch into the next chain. Okay, and now we're into the center of the chain 5 space. Okay. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. It's not hard. It's just interesting. All right. Not hard, just interesting. Now, that counts as 1 double crochet. Do 4 double crochets in the same space. So we'll have a total of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Little cluster there. Okay. Now chain 2. Work 5 doubles into the same space. Okay. 1. This has got to be the corners. 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's going to be our biggest hole. Right here is our biggest hole. I think that other pattern I found just did less chains here. Instead of doing 5, I think it just scrunched it down and made that smaller so that hole wasn't so big. Okay, does that make sense? Yep, it says that's our first corner. Okay, single crochet into the next chain space. Do 7 double crochets in the chain 4 space. Okay. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if I have to guess, I'm going to guess we do a single in the next space. Single crochet in the next chain 3 space. Yay! Ding, ding. All right. Now, in our next chain space, do 5 double crochets. Okay. This is going to be a pretty little square. I'm going to like it. 3, 4, 5, chain 2, and do 5 more. Well, of course, because that's our corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right. That was 5 and 5. Now, we single crochet in the next chain, and then we do 7 in the next chain space. A lot of double crochets. There's 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then in our next chain 3 space, we just do a single. Okay, you see how this is starting to look now? It's very pretty. It is called the willow square. Just look up willow, like the tree, willow square. And they're all over the place. Oh, you like how this one makes like a little pointy thing there? Makes almost like a little petal. Can you tell? See it there? See the little point right there? That's the chains in between. All right, now we're back to a corner. Remember how to do a corner? Do you remember how to do a corner? Raise your hand if you remember how to do the corner. I remember. It is very pretty. I like it. So it's 5 double crochets, chain 2, and 5 double crochets to make the corner. This yarn is so flowy. and drapey. It's lovely. It's that Bambootiful from Hobby Lobby. All right, crochet in the next chain space, and then 7 doubles in the next space. Oh, message is coming on my phone. Ding, ding. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, then a single in the next one, and then we're back to making another Aquana. Oh, Sean, I can show you how to read patterns. It's not hard. Not hard. There's our first 5, then a chain 2, and then another 5. I think this is going to be beautiful in the back of the sweater. I think it's going to be gorgeous. And this is super easy to make. I mean, this has not been hard at all. I could see making like a whole sweater out of this. It's really pretty. Oh, you have Bambootiful? I don't know if I'm going to have enough. So I have this much left of this one, and then I have a whole nother skein. So I hope I have enough to, I'm pretty sure I can get, this isn't taking that much yarn for the squares. I'm sure I'll get my 3 squares for the back out of this. And then I'll just have to do the sleeves. I'm going to have to do some edging. We're not doing like a ribbing for the edging, because I think this all has that shell stitch. I'm pretty sure it has the shell coming up the middle too. And I'm pretty sure I don't have to add anything, any additional rows in the front. I don't think. I might have to add maybe a couple rows, but not very many. So we'll see. I was thinking when I had it all laid out on the counter on top of my other cardigan, my other hexie cardigan, that the front was going to be fine if I added ribbing, but we're not adding ribbing. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't do diagrams. I'm not a diagram girl. Okay. Now join with a slip stitch in the top of the starting chain. All right. So this is what we got so far. This is so pretty. This is definitely like, I would call this the back side. I think this is the nicer side. Although, I don't know. These are backwards this way. The center is right. These are, I don't know. I don't know. We'll decide when it's time to put it together. Okay, now what do we do? Turn your work. All right, turn our work again. Turn our work. Okay. Oh, I hate it when this does this. It went to reload. I hate that. Ugh. Now that means I got to go back into the pattern. I got to scroll to wherever we were at. I hate it when it does that. What round were we on? 6? Yes. Okay. All right. Slip stitch into the next stitch. Okay. Chain 6. All right. That is a double crochet and 3 chains. Now, skip 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. And single crochet in the next one, which should be our middle. It is. It's our middle. Okay. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Skip the next 3 stitches and double crochet into the next stitch. All right. So we've done this. We've made a loop and then a loop with a double. Can you see that? We've made this loop and this loop here. Okay. Now what? Now what? Chain 4. Single crochet into the corner space. Okay. All right. I got too much stuff on this blog getting in my way here. Chain 2 and single crochet into the same corner. All right, we just made that little point even pointier. Okay. Now, chain 4. Skip 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and double crochet into the next stitch, which was a single. Okay, so we're just making more loopy things here with our chains. See, more loopies, loopies. Chain 3. Skip 3. 1, 2, 3, and do a single crochet. Then chain 3. Skip 3 and do a double crochet. That's the repeating pattern. I got to repeat that 2 more times. Yeah, 2 more times. We got to do all that. Okay. So let's go back to the asterisk because I don't remember all that. Chain 4. Single crochet in our corner space. Chain 2, single crochet in the corner space. Chain 4. Skip all 5 of these. This is a whole 5 cluster right here. Skip all of those and go into that single crochet and do a double. All right. Chain 1, 2, 3. Skip 3. 1, 2, 3. Do a single. I lost my place. Chain 3. Skip 3 and do a double into the next single crochet. Alrighty then. We're getting there. Okay. Do that one more time. Oh, then our last thing is a little different. To finish it up, it's a little different. So chain 4. Single crochet into the corner. Chain 2. Single crochet. Chain 4. Skip all 5 of those and do a double crochet in the single. Chain 3. Skip 3, do a single right in the middle stitch. Chain 3. And do a double in the next single crochet. Okay, we got another side to go here, or part of a side. So what do we do now? I'm sure we do just the same thing, but after the final side, work your last chain 4. Okay, so what do we do here? After that one, we chain 4. and did a single in the corner, a chain 2, and a single in the corner. And after the corner, we did a chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. After the chain 4, do a slip stitch into the third chain. 1, 2, 3. Because that turns that into a double right there. Okay, see what I'm saying? Because we had 6 chains here or something when we started. So when we slip stitch back into that one, it makes that the double that we needed. Okay, now we got all these loops. We're going to put stuff in the loops, I bet. You ready to put stuff in the loops? We should now have 4 defined corners and a beautifully framed side ready for the final shaping round. All right, here we go. Final shaping round. Chain 1, 2, and 3. Turn your work. Now work 4 double crochets into that first space. This is where we get the big gaps. Okay, there's 4 double crochets in that space right there. Next, in your corner space, work 3 double crochets, all in that little tiny little hole. Remember we did a chain 2 right there? We're going to do all this in this little tiny hole. So it is 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets. All right, that's a corner for us. There we go. It's looking like that. We're going to start making this a little more solid again. That's what we're about to do here. Okay. Then, in the following chain 4 space, crochet 5 double crochets. My yarn got wrapped around my table. Hang on. Okay, so we did 5 there. And in each of the next chain 3 spaces, add 3 double crochets into each. Okay, so in this one, we do 3. We skip that little single crochet in the middle. I think we just skip it. Am I right? Yep. And put 3 doubles on the other side of the single. And then we're back to our larger space where we are going to do 5 double crochets. And that's a whole side and a corner. Look, you see it? This is a corner. And then we did 5, 3, 3, 5 in each of those spaces. 5 in this one, 3 in this one, 3 in this one, 5 in this one, and we're back to our corner. Yay! See, this is not hard. Not hard at all. And if you remember, the corner is 3 doubles, chain 2, 3 doubles. I'll tell you what, I have done a lot of different blankets and stuff with different squares. And once you learn what the pattern is for the squares, you're good. if you have to make multiple. Like that Wonderland blanket, I had to make 4 or 5 of each different pattern. I only did 4. Hang on. I'm checking to see how many I just did. I only did 4. I need 1 more. But learning a new square sometimes is tricky. Some of those Wonderland ones didn't turn out the way they should have. They were a little weird. And some patterns are written better than others. You know what I'm saying? The fancy they are, the more complicated they are, it seems the directions are just like, ooh. I mean, that's been my experience. But I have a lot of things coming up I want to do that are squares, you know, because I think they're so much fun and you get to do all these different pretty stitches. I really want to do, gosh, what's it called? It's from Mima Makes. Oh, I got it written down over here. She's from the UK. Yorkshire. The Yorkshire blanket. Hello, Dawn. The Yorkshire blanket has, I don't know how many different squares. A lot. Like when we did Nature's Walk. Nature's Walk had quite a few different squares. They're fun when you get to do different squares. I just, you know, it adds some spice instead of just doing all one type of a granny square or something over and over and over and over, you know? Like you can do granny squares all day long and make a blanket out of them. You can change it up with different colors. But there's just something I like about doing different squares. I think they're pretty cool. I think I told you guys in one of my videos somewhere that I'm doing a pattern test for a blanket. It's a designer that's designing for Expression Fiber Arts, a pattern for them. And I'm doing a test. I got my yarn in. I had some yarn I was going to use for a different project I'd never started. And it takes 11 different colors of yarn. Okay. Again, squares. I will just say they're squares. I think they're all the same kind of square. And then I made a mistake because I had, what did I have? 5 colors? And I ordered 5 colors, but I needed 10 colors. So what I didn't order was a color to join them with. I still need one more color. I still need one more color. Hang on. So I'm going to go put one in my cart at Expression Fiber Arts. I'm going to go put a nice neutral color in my cart. And be ready for when the new color comes out for the mystery Crochet-A-Long. So I'll just have it in my cart ready to go. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, I do not have my July. Thank you, Mary Lou. I do not have my July yarn yet for the mystery Crochet-A-Long. It was on pre-order. It's a bright yellow. It was on pre-order, which means Expression Fiber Arts does not dye in-house. Okay, now we join to the top of our chain 3. And I believe that's the whole square, folks. I believe that's it. Let's see. Oh, I love it. I really, really like it. I really like it. Okay, I'm going to turn it over so you don't see the tail. But there it is. Isn't that pretty? It's just such a pretty little thing. I really like it. I believe that's it. Chain 3. Oh, nope. I'm wrong. I am wrong. That's not it. That's not it, folks. That's not it. There's one more round. One more round. It's an easy one, though. It's an easy one. All right. Chain one and turn. Do a single crochet all the way across till you get to the corner. So Expression Fiber Arts does not dye in-house at their warehouse. They have dyers that live in the area that take the yarn to their homes and dye the colors, dye the yarn at their home and bring it back to the warehouse. So when something goes on pre-order, it means they don't have any in the warehouse, right? When you get to the corner, you do 2 singles, chain 2, 2 singles. So they have to get with the dyer that dyes that color, I'm assuming. I don't know how they do it exactly. So they have to come get yarn. They have to dye it. And then they have to get it back to the warehouse. So I've been waiting for a little while now to get this yellow, which is July's color. It has finally changed from ordered to shipped. And it was just like that. It was like after it was ordered, I waited. Then it said my order changed to fulfilled and shipped. It just goes fulfilled and shipped. I get one email, fulfilled, the next email, shipped. So once that dyer brings that yarn back and it's done, it goes right out if it was a pre-order like that. So they do have stuff on their shelves for sure that's in stock yarn, but they also have lots of yarn that is a pre-order. So you have to wait for it. I didn't know I was going to have to wait this long. Like we're already into August, and August's pattern and color are going to be coming out like any day. I know they are, because a couple days ago, the knit pattern came out. So they normally come out very close to each other. The knit will come out, and then the crochet will be a couple days later, or vice versa, you know? So I know that August's right around the corner. If it doesn't happen today, it's probably going to be like Monday or Tuesday when the crochet pattern comes out for August. So I won't even be started with July, because July's yarn isn't supposed to get here until like Monday. I believe Monday. So it's on the way, but you know. And I know from doing June's where I did all that diagonal stuff, diagonal. Oh my gosh, that took me a while. And I know that July's pattern is going the opposite way now and evening it out. So I know that it's going to take a little bit of time. Yeah. This pattern test is starting as soon as everybody gets their yarn. But there's several people, there's not a lot of people testing the pattern. I think there's like 10 maybe. And people are waiting. They've ordered yarn and they're waiting for their yarn. So the pattern test hasn't actually started yet. So we'll see how it goes. Anyhow, I would like to be kind of caught up with the mystery Crochet-A-Long before I have to start this pattern test. But I don't know if that'll happen. So I'm already going to go pick out a yarn for my joining color. Have that in my cart. So when the August yarn comes out, I can put the August yarn in there and just be ready to go make my purchase. I should probably buy something else because I do have a little coupon for $10 off if I spend a certain amount of money. Like if you sign up and try to win, they do a giveaway every month. They are some of the most generous people, Expression Fiber Arts is. Every Friday on her lives, she's given away scads of yarn. Scads, like kits. When we say kits, we're talking like 3 to 4 skeins that all go together. They call them kits. She's given away 3, 4, 5, 6 different kits every week on her live. And then once a month, they do a huge giveaway. And it's like, I don't even know how many skeins of yarn in their giveaway. But I sign up for the giveaway every month. You know, I'm trying to win. And her husband puts them together. He always goes to the shop and he just grabs yarn and he makes a big old box of yarn. And one person wins it every month. But if you try to win it, if you put your name in the, put your name in the hat, you get a coupon just for entering to win. So, like I said, they give stuff away all the time. All right, there she be, folks. There she be. Now it's done. Slip stitch and finish it off. So, and then weave in your ends, of course. So I need to make 2 more, but we're going to play with this a minute. Okay, wow, really? Did I really need to make my end that long? I do not think so, but I did. What was I thinking? As a matter of fact, it's going to drive me crazy, so I'm going to cut it like in half right now. All right, so let's try something. Let's bring out the sweater and let's put this in the middle and see what we think. All right, let's see what we think. All righty, see how big we think this will be now. All right, so I'm going to hang this off the table. There's my sleeves going to hang off the table. And then look, this is going to go up here. I'm probably going to do, I'm going to fasten it right up here and we'll do some finishing across the top, right? There'll be some finish at the top. And here's the other side. Okay. Oh, look. Isn't that going to be pretty? That's going to be so pretty. I love it. Hi, Jennifer. That's going to be perfect. And then I would make 2 more. And it's either going to come out pretty even or it might hang down just a little bit further than the sweater does. But that's okay because I know I need to add length to the bottom. And I can just go right up to the square, when I come around the bottom. And then maybe the next round will go right underneath it and I'll go into the square at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? But that's going to be so pretty. I love it. I love it. I like it. I like it. What do you think? What y'all think? Kathy says it's pretty. Jennifer loves it. I know. It's pretty, isn't it? All right. Let's put these back here. Panel 1, panel 2. I just keep doing this. And then I have just a little bundle there. So that's super pretty. I like it. I like it. Now deciding which way I want it to face up. Which side? Probably this way. Because this is the finished edge. This was the finish. And these stitches are upside down. These are right side up. Let's see, what do we think if we flip it over? Now these are right side up. These are upside down. These are upside down. Okay, more of them are right side up this way. But you know what I mean? From turning all the time. It's going to be so pretty. You know what, Mary Lou? It's really, really light yarn. It's not heavy. So here's something I did yesterday. I don't know why, but I did. I was in my closet. Oh, I know why. Because I was getting out the other Hexie cardigan to use it as my, sample for this one. And I started going through everything in my closet that I've crocheted. I had my very first sweater I made was made with some yarn I got at Michael's. It was this interesting pinkish purple and gray and really heavy, really thick. And I just said, I don't like that sweater. I don't like it. I never wear it. I don't like it. I think I'm going to take it to craft shows and see if anybody wants to buy it. It's also quite large. It's very oversized, and I don't like it. So I think I'm going to see if somebody wants to buy it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just, it's big. It's more bulky. I don't care for it. Then I had another sweater. My second sweater I made is a blue sweater. It's got like shorter sleeves that come to like here on me, which is fine. I don't mind that at all. And I put some little inset pockets in it. That one, I tried it on and I was like, it's very heavy. Again, it was made with Heartland yarn. So it's a very thick, heavy sweater, but I don't hate it. So I'm like, I think I'll keep that. Then there was another sweater I made, and I made it out of Trubu. And it's very lacy at the bottom. It has a real lace pattern. It had a solid top, but the bottom was all lacy. And the way that it was made, the top panels kept the corners kept flopping down. And I don't know. I decided to just put buttons on them and keep it that way. And I don't like it now. I don't like it with the buttons. But I can't add true buttons and button it because I have no buttonholes. But I thought of something yesterday as I was trying it on. If I took the two little buttons, because I just got these, okay, it's like this. I pulled it down like this, pulled the corner down, and attached it with a button. Because they just wanted to roll anyhow. So I just attached it with a button. If I took the buttons off each corner and crocheted a tie that I could attach to each corner, you could tie it. And I'd probably do two. One at the top and one part way down the solid part of the top. And then it could just tie on, and then the bottom would just be open. You know what I mean? I don't know. So I'm playing with that one. I don't know what I'm going to do with that one. And the next thing is I'd have to find the yarn. I don't know if I have any of that yarn left to make ties. I know that it is Trubu. Do I know what color? No. No, I do not. Could I figure it out? Possibly. Maybe. I don't know. Oh. This is the thing with crocheting garments. Yes. Do you remember that sweater, Jennifer? Yes. The corners just kept flopping down like this. And so I just tacked mine with a button. And I tried it on yesterday. I don't like it. It's just got short sleeves. The sleeves are the lacy part too. The sleeves are lacy. The whole, from boobs down is all the lacy pattern. But the top of it is solid. It's like, I don't know if single crochet is or what it is, but it's solid. The top part is. But I think taking those buttons off and just attaching some ties, and then you could just tie the top of it. What do you think, Jennifer? You got that sweater. You made it. What do you think about adding two ties at the top and just tie it with a bow? You could tie it all the way closed if you want. You don't have to tie it all the way closed. You could just tie it so that it's still kind of open a little bit and just tied loosely with a bow in the middle. I need to find some yarn. I need to find that color True Boo yarn. Right, Jennifer? I know. Because I can't add buttons all the way down it because I don't have any buttonholes. That would be a nightmare trying to figure out how to make buttonholes. And then you'd have to button it all the way up, I think, to wear the thing. I think even if you just didn't want to have it closed all the way, you could just tie the top one up and it would keep those corners from flopping down. I'm going to see if I can find the yarn. I don't know if I kept any. I don't know if I have any loose little pieces of it anyplace. I don't even know where that would be, honestly. But I might try that because it's a nice little sweater. It's very flowy and just, it's True Boo yarn. So it's, a bamboo type yarn and lighter. I don't know. Sound like a plan to me. I'll see if I can find some yarn. Mr. Dipple is going to mow now. He was going to mow earlier, but no, the grass was wet. Okay, can't mow wet grass. So let's see. Let's go find some True Boo yarn and see. And who knows if the color would even match, True Boo yarn. Who knows if the colors, if I found the same color. Okay, it's just a tie. It's a tie, right? If it's not the exact same dye lot, who cares? It's not that color, that's for sure. They might not even have my color anymore. I might be out of luck. Mine was like a peachy color. And I don't know if I have any of that yarn left anywhere. Is that all the colors they have right there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 colors? It's not that pink rose. No, it's not that. Mine's like a peachy color. Huh. Well. Lion Brand True Boo. Does Lion Brand have any more colors? I mean, does Michaels have any more? They do. Why doesn't Lion Brand have more colors than Michaels does? I think this is it right here. What's the name of it? Oh, this is sold and shipped by Agave, $12.34. Whoa, $12.34. Is that for one? You could probably find it other places too. I wonder if you could find it on Etsy or someplace, where people sell yarn. Yeah, that's one skein. If it was a pack of 3, it would be worth it, but here's somebody selling a pack of 3 for $25, which is more reasonable. Amazon has True Boo. Lots of times when you see it on Amazon, it's coming from Lord knows where. Lord knows where it's coming from. Okay, here's their True Boo, $5.99. Okay, I can handle $5.99. I know, Shannon, I just don't know where. I don't even know if I have it. Cameo Coral. Is it coral? For $7.29. It's not light pink. It wasn't sienna. They got 31 colors on Amazon. Huh. It's got to be the coral. It's got to be. Although it looks really dark here, but that's got to be it. You're right. You're right, Jennifer. I totally could do just a totally different color for that. That is correct. Gotta be coral, though. That's my color. So, I mean, I could get it on Amazon for $7.29. I mean, that's not terrible. Not terrible, right? Well, I did find it, right? Yeah, for less than $12 and whatever. That was kind of outrageous, wasn't it? That was outrageous. Okay, well, I know that I can get it if I want it. I'm just surprised that Lion Brand only had it. Oh, no, wait, now they don't. What did I go to before? How much is it at Lion Brand? They have it. There's coral. There's coral. Okay, come on. Coral, $5.99. Add to the bag. But then you got to pay shipping, right? So then you got to get something else. If you're at Lion Brand, you got to get something else. I love this color. I would make something out of this color. I'll show you. I would make something out of that color in a heartbeat. That mint, that's beautiful. I mean, True Boo tends to be very splitty. You can work with it. I thought this would be more splitty than it is. It's split on me a few times, but it hasn't been too bad. Not too bad. Okay, so Lion Brand, why it didn't show up that first time. Woolen Company. Oh, Francesca's always talking about Woolen Company. They're like in Illinois or something. She loves them. Light pink, cameo, rose, sienna, coral. It looks brighter than mine, but right? If I have to, I know I can still find it. All right. Well, now we know. Has anybody found any diamond paintings they need today? Any diamond paintings? It was funny. Dale and I were talking about yarn today as we're driving around because we're going past the old Joann's. Now he's like, "You need anything while we're out?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "What? You don't need anything while we're out?" And I was like, "No." I said, "Well, we could stop at Joann's if you'd like." And he just laughed. He goes, yeah, okay. They're not in business anymore." And I'm like, "I know." And so we started talking about Joann's. And he said, "Well, who's buying them?" And I was like, "Well, Michael's apparently bought all of their, marketing materials and all their customers and all that." So we had a big conversation about Joann's yarns, Michael's. If Michael's has bought them, why we need to do something. We need to do something. We need to have more room in Michael's for yarn. If they're going to start carrying more of the Big Twist brand, the Big Twist line, they should have more room in their stores. I think they should get rid of decor. That's what Joann's did, you guys. Joann's started carrying all of this decor for every holiday. They had, I don't know, a huge section of the stores was just home decor. Michael's, oh my gosh, Michael's, there's the other day, they had the whole front section when you walk in is like all Halloween decor. But then over on the other side of the building is more decor. And I'm like, come on. You're a crafting store. Sell crafts. Let other places sell decor. Do they get cute stuff? Sure. But let other places sell decor. You know what I mean? Or make your stores bigger. Make your stores bigger if you want to sell all that as well. But that is what Joann's did. They started getting away from crafts. Well, having less crafts and more home decor. Stay in your lane, folks. Stay in your lane and do it. Do it well. So far, my Michaels has had 2 Joann's yarns. 2 big twists, right? And they're both plushy yarns. And they're not called Big Twist. They've named them Loops and Threads, which is Michael's brand. But it's like Loops and Threads, Cozy Cub, or whatever Joann called it, So, anyhow. Oh, you're getting back pay? You didn't get paid right away, Shannon? Oh, my goodness. I would be having a fit. I didn't skip a beat from my teaching paycheck to my pension paycheck. It was just like boom, boom. And actually, I got a larger check from my district because I got some extra money from them. I also got paid out because, I don't know. People think weird things about teachers. Like, we only work 9 months out of the year or whatever. Well, I got paid all throughout the year. And I know that doesn't happen everywhere, but we had the option. I got paid bi-weekly all year long, all year. Okay. You could opt to only get paid throughout the school year, so you'd get more of your pay. But for me and budgeting, I wanted a steady paycheck all year long. So our contract goes up into August. So if you retire in June, they still owe you. If you got paid the way that I do, they still owe you June, July, and part of August for your paycheck. So when I retired, I got all of my summer pay, that I would get during the summer months. And we got a little bonus. It was like, for length of service kind of thing. So, yeah. Yeah. I know. So I did well. I mean, I got that and my pension started right up. I told my pension to start. It started in July. So I got my last paycheck from my district in June, which was a large paycheck, because it was for all the summer. And then I got my pension in July. Yeah. I don't know about their dialots, Karen. I haven't really bought any quantities of yarn. I like Loops and Thread yarn. I like their yarn. I have several skeins in different colors of Loops and Threads. But I got 13. I'm starting my next square. There's 14, 15, and 16. Amazing. I remember what I'm doing, huh? I'm not even looking at the pattern. Huh? Think I remember what to do now, though? Join, chain 3. See if I remember. Turn. No, chain 4 and turn. Chain 4 and turn, because I need a chain 3 and a space, right? No, wait, we did this in every single stitch, didn't we? Chain 1, double, chain 1 and double in every single stitch, I think. I'm gonna have to look at the pattern. I think that's right. I know what I was going to do a second ago. I was trying to make my video live. Is it ready? Is it ready? I don't know. Hang on. Hang on. Are you ready? I want to see the video. Complete. No issues found. Save. Save. Go up here and make it public. That was the other thing. I was trying to get this video ready to go. Okay, where's StreamYard at now? Go back to StreamYard. Okay, I'm back to StreamYard. Yeah, I was trying to get that video ready to go before we took off today. No. And then Dale came in, he got on the computer, he minimized it, it froze up, I don't know. So I set it to edit again or process on my computer, and we left. So when we got home, it was done processing, and then I was done editing, so then I went to upload it to YouTube. So it's been uploading. It finished uploading a long time ago, but anyhow, it's out there now. It is out there now. Better late than never, right? That's what I say. Better late than never. So, I'm going to let you guys go here in just a second, but last week, or beginning of this week, yes, on Monday, Dale got a message from the ex-wife saying that the kids were at her house because there was no summer school. Could we come pick them up? Could he come pick them up early? Because. So that was the first time we knew that they were done with summer school. So we had them most of the day on Monday, and then of course all day yesterday, because I told Dale, I said, summer school is going to be over here pretty soon. I thought maybe we had another week, but no, we did not. And you know what I found out yesterday? Yesterday I found out their school doesn't start until the 25th of September, you guys. 25th of September. That means there's another 2 weeks. Another 2 weeks. So we had them full days this week for 2 days. And we got 2 more weeks. 4 more days. 4 more days. Goodbye, Michelle. Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We've been under, not today. Today, the sky is beautiful and blue with white puffy clouds out there. But oh goodness, yes, we have had the hazy, smoky skies for sure. For sure. Do you guys watch Vanessa? Or do you see Vanessa? She comes to my lives and stuff like that. She posted on Instagram, I think today, some pictures because she lives, up in Canada. And oh my goodness, it was terrible. It was terrible. I mean, she even said, yeah, well, here comes a breathing problem the second you walk out the door. Try to stay in if you can, because it just looked like you were like walking in the forest fire without the fire. It was bad. But yeah, we watched a video on it the other day on YouTube, Dale and I together. It showed the whole Canadian map up there and where all of these fires are. There's tons of them. There's tons of fires. And they explained what the problem is. Did you know that most Canadians live 100 miles from our border? Within 100 miles of the U.S. border. Because once you get like 100 miles away from our borders, it's nothing out there. It's so remote and so forested and woods. There's nobody living there. And that's where all of these fires are, is out in like all this forest land. So it's very hard to get to. It's not like they can just drive up there. It's very hard to get to. And so they're all, go watch it sometime. Look it up on YouTube. It's very interesting. Canadian Fires Explained or whatever. And that's why it is so hard. We have quite a few Michigan firefighters that have gone to Canada to try to help with these fires. They're everywhere. And they're hard to get to and they're hard to put out. It's crazy. And I did not know. Yeah, like smoking half a pack of cigarettes a day, right? Exactly. So I did not know that most Canadians live that close to our borders, within 100 miles. And everything up there above that is just like remote and forest. Yeah. So wish me luck for the next 2 weeks with full days with children. We're definitely going to the library. We'll go to the library every day. Well, that they're here, Monday and Thursday. Yesterday was the end of the summer reading program. Well, today technically, but yesterday was the end for them. So a couple of them were trying to get to their 12 books. The one twin did get to 12, but he's been reading just like some picture books. The other twin's been reading chapter books, and she realized she wasn't getting to 12 that way because, chapter books were taking her longer. But she got up to 9. So they got a prize at 3, 6, 9, and 12. And then 12 got them into the grand prize drawing. Adults got something for reading 5, 10, and then 15 was the grand prize. I had read 6. 6, that's all, 6. I got a prize though. I got a Hershey bar. I got a candy bar. So anyhow, yeah. So one of them came out with just all kinds of stuff. He got a little Matchbox car. They get like coupons. Got like a coupon for McDonald's fries, for Taco Bell taco, for Culver's ice cream. He got a Dairy Queen ice cream. What else did he get? Food-wise. I think that's it. So the other two got the tacos and got the Culver's. So I kept all their coupons. Right, Shannon? They probably should. You're right. But I kept the coupons for the tacos and for the Culver's. And I let them keep their fry at McDonald's because that's not going to do us any good. So one day, next week or the following week, we're going to go to Taco Bell. One day, we're going to get tacos because they get free tacos. And another day, we're going to go to Culver's and they'll get a free ice cream. So we got plans. And then we're going to make them read and go to the library and get more books and sit and read. So, yeah. Got to keep them busy because, man, yesterday had them go out to the flower garden with me and water. We needed water in the flower garden. But You got to keep them busy. Otherwise, they'll drive you up a tree and down the other side. You know what I mean? Got to have them doing something. Had the bikes out, go ride the bikes. Just don't crash into each other anymore. Oh, 4 days. 4 days. Okay. Count them. Count them down. All right. Okay. I'll let you guys go. And I'm going to clean up here. And I got my next square started. Look, I got a circle. I got me a circle. I got a circle. All right. Have a good evening. Tomorrow I'm going to the diamond painting meetup to diamond paint with friends for a while. But I'll be back for my live. So see you then. All right. Come hang out with me. Okay. Bye, everybody.